What's up? It's Dilau, coming to you from crib after a long day at work. Um, for top three gospel emcees, brought to you by Slick Cat Records, Slick Cat Ministry Records. It's been a long day. In the background here, you see, I don't ever really get to show off anything, but in the background, right there is my little man whose birthday is on Wednesday. He's going to be 15. And right there is the little semi-shrine. I don't know if that's the right word. It's not the right word. But from my homeboy, Enoch, who's no longer with us. He's resting in the Lord since he's absent from the body. So he's always in my heart. He's always in my prayers. Just like that little man is always in my heart and always in my prayers. Anyway, I look rough, but top three gospel MCs. So this is a tough one because I have a few relationships with a few cats, that are in the industry. I've had many conversations with cats that are in the industry. Number one, right off the bat, if we were doing crews, it'd be a much easier list. But maybe we'll do that next time. So I'm gonna save mine for next time. But in that case, since we're doing MCs individually, I gotta go number one. And this is not number one most important or whatever, but this dude is arbitrary order, but it's got to be three. Number one is going to be right off the bat, no question about it, Swift, formerly R. Swift. Dude has such a heart for God, such a heart for the music. I've spoken to him many times. We've had a few really good conversations. Really talked to me a lot about like even just marriage, and he because I was recently married when I first got to talk to him. Dude's deep, and he taught me a lot about recording and stuff. Like I didn't know some stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, that's how it works, bro." I was like, "All right." So, and he didn't even freak out when I geeked out on him because I was actually speaking with somebody that I really look up to, because back in the day it's not like I could call Method Man or something, but I can call Swift, you know what I mean, and that's what's up, man. Love that dude, love his heart, love his music, love his ministry, love his Facebook status updates. Dude is just mad real. Love that dude. Next on the list, and not second, but dude who's worked with Swift on his previous album, which was Apply Pressure, is dude who I recently saw in concert, Show Baraka. Dude is just phenomenal. His wordplay is crazy. Dude is crazy intelligent, well-rounded, well-spoken. He can speak intelligently on so many different topics that you wouldn't expect from a rapper. And he's just deep, and he's not afraid to be controversial, and he's not afraid to say things that just need to be said plainly. That's a big inspiration to me, because anybody, if y'all like the music, then that Kung Fu Kid don't pull no punches, and so he's been a big inspiration for me. And when I met him too, like he didn't, I geeked out on him too, but he was mad cool about it. Complimented the artwork on the CD, and said that he's gonna listen to it, and just a real cat. Now the third spot, and again, this isn't who I think is the best, and but just my three favorites, and there's only room for three, and this is a tough one because there's so many. Again, I have relationships with some of these cats, like my man, Man Child. dude is bananas. If you don't know who he is, look up Deep Space Five. Look up Mars Ill. Look up what's that other group? I want to say Move Merchants. I think that's what it's called. Just dude is dope. And really affirmed some things about like I used to be Catholic, and now I'm just a believer. I'm a firm believer in the Gospels. I'm a firm believer in the Bible. And so, I had a preconceived notion about Catholics since I was Catholic. He kind of set me straight. He showed me that not all Catholics is the same, which is something that, shouldn't have to be said. But you know what? I guess it did to me. The other cat who was an option is Braille. Dude is bananas, just been in the game for years and, would have been considered not just one of the greats in gospel hip hop, but just hip hop, period. Because, I know secular cats that know this dude and love him. They don't really listen to him now as he's now more overtly Christian. But he says that back in the day, he would have considered himself a Christian rapper, even though that wasn't what he was labeled. And dude went on tour with, James Brown, you know what I mean? Like just crazy mass appeal that the Godfather of Soul was like, yo, come on tour with me. So that's another big option. Red Cloud back in the day was just crazy bananas, from Is This Thing On to, Kimpo Fighting to Hawthorne's Most Wanted. And dude has one of the most bananas freestyles and just a good heart too, man. Dude has spoken to me so much. My man Sev Static too, man, from Tunnel Rats. Dude is deep. Dude is real. Brinson. I've met Brinson. He just so many dudes that I've met that were just so real. And you know what? Like Lecrae was mad cool when I met him too, and that was dope. But in 100% honesty, my number 3 spot's gotta go to Theory Has It. Man, the Lord Fire album was the first one that I had, and that was just insane. I listened to that joint from front to back over and over. I can't even put into words how much respect I have for this man. And out of everyone I just named, he's the only one I don't actually have a relationship with. So it's not all based on relational preconceived notions or presuppositions. It's based on just fact, on skills and heart for ministry. There's also, I would have chose, like Seven or Bizzle or Dayton. You know what I'm saying? But I got to go with Theory. And I still don't have Fall the Light Bearer, and I got to get it. Also, man, another one I could have chose was Motion Plus, or now MP Ancient. Dude is just crazy dope, crazy ill, crazy real. Man, and just he taught me a lot about the industry too. But I gotta go Theory. Theory's my final pick for top 3 gospel MCs. Final answer. So y'all be blessed out there. Go cop some of them albums. Check out some of these cats. I think next we gonna do top 3 gospel MC crews. Camps. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Slick Cat will be on there one day. Hopefully Die Lau's in somebody's top 3 gospel MCs. But if not, it's cool, man. It's about ministry. It's about love. It's about showing our heart and our faith through these rhyme schemes. I say it all the time that none of our fancy flows could ever compare to who he is. So again, shout out to everybody, family, who lost somebody like this dude. We may not be blood, but you know what? George Moss said the blood of the cross is thicker than the water of the womb. He's somebody else I could have mentioned, as well as Bacon and Steve Malcolm and my man Edify. You know what I'm saying? Some cats that I know personally. Like, go check them out too. And then shout outs to my little man. Be 15 on Wednesday. 15. Do I look old enough to have a 15-year-old? I hope not. But anyway, love y'all. God bless y'all. Put God first in everything. Put God first in everything that you do, not just who the world wants you to be, but who you are. Love y'all. Peace.